What's up with all my real riders and ridettes, man, and everybody who's enjoying this beautiful holiday? Today is Monday, September 5th, 2021, otherwise known as the first Monday in September. Hashtag Happy Labor Day. Thanks for tuning in. As you all know, we're kicking it in the new and improved XV3, the RedZone. I'm your host, LO, and running the ones and twos with her headphones on and microphone on mute, the one and only real Bumblebee. And making his global debut sitting to my left because the seat to my right is spoken for, we have the one and only voice that everybody knows and can't nobody stand because his volume knob broke on the bus ride to TOCI. Introduce yourself, Acktive.
Yeah, this is Young Acktive reporting live from TOCI. Gym City's finest, baby. Been here with my man LO and Miss Bumblebee.
And we're going to make sure that over the next 15 minutes that you're properly equipped to grab life by the horns. That being said, let's get right to it. As I told you earlier, today is Motivational Monday. And our word from the day comes from the homie Ratchet and 24 Down. Elevation. Elevation is defined as the act of elevating or the state of being elevated. So that's the goal for today. Our lucky numbers are 2, 8, 13, 74, 5, and 15. All right. So with that being said, let's get started. So we have a surprise for you tonight, and I really can't even take credit for it because the intellectual property belongs to my executive producer. Maybe you've heard me shout her out. It's usually around the time that we bring up my cute little box under the screen with the big D saying donate. Make sure you click that and let us know. Quick subscribe. I usually say something like, we don't do it for profit. We do it for Porsche Profit. So Porsche Profit and I are doing our regular thing, and we're sitting there kicking it. And we come across the idea that people don't ever really listen to people until they passed away. And so that leads us to discussing my legacy and what I want my legacy to be and what I want to be remembered for. And what I came up with was I want to be remembered for helping other people be remembered. So our next question is, what does that look like and how do we do that? So we came up with a segment specifically for our Motivational Monday shows for the XV3 RedZone Resurrection. And basically what we're going to do is find clips of people who have passed away who had something to say, and maybe what they had to say didn't get the recognition it deserved while they were alive. And so now what they have to say can get that recognition, and it can get it right here on XV3, the RedZone. So stay tuned for that. We got a good one for you. So take it away, Ack. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about motivation, man, and what made you want to do a Motivational Monday show.
Well, to be honest, LO, you kind of was the motivation behind me tuning in tonight. So got to give that to you. Got to give you your props on that. You know, man, I see a lot of dudes in here.
I've been trying to get you on for a while. How long I've been on you for?
For sure.
Months and months.
That's for sure.
2 different blocks.
For sure.
Trips. I'm like, man, Ack, bro, come on, come kick it. I need you, bro. I need that voice. Come kick it.
That's what let me know you serious. I'm like, oh yeah, he's serious. Like, he's real serious about this. So you know, I just had to, slide through for my guy, But motivation, yeah, I could say.
So how long you been level 4? How long you been spending 23 hours a day in the cell by yourself?
8 long years. Came at
You've been level 4 9 years?
2000. No, 8 years. Coming up on 8. Matter of fact,
that's incredible.
This November will be my 8 years. I hit my 8-year mark this November. So
what is that? I mean, that's just unbelievable by itself. That's just a number. I didn't realize that. But okay, so spending that kind of time in a place like this, like how do you stay sane? Like, what do you do? Like, how do you stay motivated? How do you not let the monotony and the grind and the day-to-day, like, just keep you from, losing your mind, right?
Right. Well, I wake up every day knowing that this ain't forever. I can honestly say, like, that right there has been, like, my lifeline. Like, waking up every day to know, like, this is not forever. You feel me? And not to shit on the people that do got forever in the day, but, I was one of the few people who left up and was like, shit, I ain't got life good, so yeah, let's just walk the rest of this little time down, you know. Every time I wake up, every time I go to sleep, it's a day started, it's a day gone. So, you know.
They can't get it back.
That's my biggest motivation. And then, I mean, you know, I got my family, my mother, Katina Jones.
Oh, my God. Big shout out to Mom Dukes.
Big shout out to Mom Dukes. You know, she,
man, love my man.
She said is one of my biggest motivations, like, you know, every day.
Oh, for sure.
Even when I'm feeling like shit and I call her and she makes me feel like a diamond. Feel me? So,
right.
You know,
yeah,
gotta give it to Mom Dukes for that. Yeah, you gotta give you your props, Lo. Motivation, man. Like, you was on my ass about, you was definitely on my tag about linking with you. So I'm like, man, he seems serious. Like, let me go ahead and see what bro got going on. And then, you know, the motivation, you know, when we was in the hallway and you was giving me the little preview, I'm like, damn, like, why not tune in and give some uplifting advice on what motivates me? Because what motivates me might be something that people look at and be like, damn, I should look at life like that.
Yeah, because people definitely watch.
So,
I mean, I got to give our shout out to our loyal listeners. We don't have very many right now, but I'm telling you, the ones that are loyal are fiercely loyal. They love the show. We got merchandise, we got T-shirts, we got coffee mugs, we got boyfriend pillows for the girls that are lonely, miss their boyfriends locked up. Like, there's all different types, all sorts of, I got artists. I got guys that reach out. Big shout out to the homie Shadow. I just got Shadow drafted. Shadow wants to come participate in the artistic arsenal. He wants to get down with the Alpha Omega movement and put down some artwork, get him on some T-shirts, man, get him out there. So big shout out to Shadow for that. So what do you think, talking about some obstacles, what are some of the obstacles that you've seen or that you've picked up on or that you've like maneuvered around or that you've conquered, that you see that either, you know, like the administration or the prison or the lifestyle, like that get in your way, that you've kind of got around?
Yeah, I can honestly say administration has been a big obstacle, but you know, I got that ADD personality, ADHD personality where I can't seem to focus on too much. So I guess that kind of, my ADHD is kind of a blessing in disguise, you could say. But
right, you don't dwell.
Yeah, like
you don't dwell on the negatives and like harp on it.
It's hard for me.
Get distracted.
It's hard for me.
Yeah, for sure.
It's hard for me to dwell on situations. It's hard for me to do that. Like if I don't do something in that moment, that instant, it's probably not going to happen later on down the road because I'm gonna forget about it and be caught up on something else. So
what ends up happening for you to distract yourself?
Multiple things. Sometimes conversations.
You have like a go-to activity. You got like working out or music or.
Oh yeah, you know I be into my music a lot. Like I be into my music a lot. Sometimes I find myself rapping my own songs. Like you hear dudes rapping Lil Baby. I be spitting my own songs like that. So.
Right. We had Lo on here last night. Lo went and did our Lo spit something for our Sunday night showcase.
I really want to do a Freestyle Friday.
Freestyle Friday.
So you done got Portia talking. I'm gonna be honest. You getting Portia talking. Like I'm feeling some type of way about that.
I can be honest. Freestyling, that's kind of like, freestyling is hard. Like, some people don't understand how hard freestyling really is. Which is just
for sure.
Work to figure out a word before you verbally say it. That's hard. Like,
and make it make sense.
Hard to do.
Make it follow a theme and make it rhyme and hit the beat and
I want him to be my ghostwriter, but he refuses.
Who's actually I ghostwrite some music. Shit.
She can't. Do you hear her voice? Do you really hear her? Like, think about. Okay, so just like stop, bro. Just stop.
You have 1 minute remaining.
All right, so we got to call back. So I'm loving this vibe though, for sure. So I'm gonna hang up back. You got another, you got some time? You got some more time for us here in the red zone or what? Come on back, bro.
For sure.
Yeah, come on back. We're gonna rock out and then
remaining.
we're gonna check out this. We're gonna do a resurrection segment when we come back. Make sure you put some motivating music on while we go, of course. Maybe like some
I was just gonna
Drake,
pause
Way
it.
Too Sexy. That's how I'm feeling on Motivational Monday.
All right.
Thank you for you.
All right. If a diamond popping out of your mouth and you almost swallowing $60,000 doesn't get you motivated, nothing will. Like I said, it's Motivational Monday and we're in the red zone. We got LO, Act, and Bumblebee because apparently she felt like talking for some reason today. So welcome back to the show, man. We're talking about Motivational Monday and we're talking about what it is, what it means, how we feel, and some of the biggest obstacles for us. So for me personally, honestly, when I think about it, and this is something that me and Portia have talked about a few times, me and Bumblebee have talked about a few times, is like, you know, I'm in prison because I committed felonies, right? Like I broke the law. And so as a result of me breaking the law, the consequence for me breaking the law is this, right? All of this, everything that encompasses this fucking door, the loudspeaker, the police, these nightsticks, my 1 hour out on the yard that gets cut short every single day, like all of those things are consequences of me committing these felonies that trace back to my original crime. And so one of my biggest motivations and one of the biggest things that keeps me out of the hole, keeps me doing these podcasts, keeps me starting these companies, keeps me doing all the things that I'm doing is that the concept of consequences, right? So like I've understood the consequence of my felonies. And so now I also understand the consequences of the case manager telling me that I've got more programs, more certificates, more educational shit completed. I'm on the dean's list at Ashland University. There's nobody at this institution who has more paperwork than I do of positive pro-social activities. And so I need the consequences for that. The consequence for that is my judicial release in 14 months. Like that's what I need. And that's my like key motivation above everything else. Anytime I can't handle it or can't stand it or be feeling like crashing out or be listening to when these dudes run their mouth and it just be the most to me, like I gotta get out of jail. I have to get out of jail. And I gotta get paid. I need paid for all the positive shit that I've done. I need paid for all the podcasts, the companies, I need all that. Like I need my consequence. Where's my consequences for that? Because you've been taught me the consequences for my felonies. So show me the consequences for me doing the right thing.
I mean, is it consequences or is it karma?
No, it's consequence because, well, let's see. Let's get the dictionary out. See what dictionary says about consequences. C-O-N-C. Go ahead, Act.
What's up?
Does that make sense?
What do you
feeling
think?
that?
You think it's consequences?
You feel where I'm coming from on that?
Sure. I'm definitely feeling that. I wouldn't say it would be consequence. I feel like it would be, what is my reward for doing the right thing?
Consequence is an effort, an effect, or result. Or two is distinction or importance. So a consequence is simply an effect or a result. So I need the effect or the result of my good behavior.
Or the result. Yeah.
And I need the distinction or the importance of doing the right thing. So I need the consequence to be the degree with which I've done good, right? So to the degree that I've done good, I need paid.
I mean, I think
right. Just like to the degree that I've done bad, I got paid. They gave me 21 years for a crime I committed with my bare hands. And so I need paid that same way for the 10 years of positive pro-social activities that I've done. I've only been in 3 fights.
So
I've only been caught fighting 3 times in 10 years.
So then the thing
What's the thing, Porsche? Tell me. What's the thing, Bumblebee? Let me hear it.
Is 2 things.
Because you just like got so much to say.
First thing
is it could still be karma, but also the second thing is okay.
Let's look up karma.
Your behavior was not a result of going through workbooks and doing programs and doing all those things. That was something that's like internal with like how you feel, how you think. So that's why I say karma, because you know, you have to put good back into the world. You just can't, you know, do all of these things.
So karma is the total effect of one's conduct believed in Buddhism and Hinduism to determine one's destiny in a future life.
Right. So
also known as fate.
I think the person. Go ahead.
I think it circles on. It circles about what Nipsey was saying, far as if you putting bullshit out there.
Let's play the Nipsey video.
Yeah.
Let's play the Nipsey. So Nipsey's our resurrection. He's our RedZone Resurrection.
Do you want to say something?
So let's play that before this meeting runs out, and then we can start a new meeting and run that back. But I want to get that.
You might as well just go to a break because it's at 2:52, and it's not going to be enough time to play the video. The video is like 2.
We'll finish talking about it. Act.
Well, let me see.
Finish talking.
Further elaborate. So, to what he was saying, like, you know, you putting bullshit out, eventually it's gonna come back around. Now, you know, change your ways. Well, I ain't gonna say you change your ways, but you change your outlook of thinking, and you put in positive.
Right. So that good karma is gonna come back to you.
That's good. Right. That good karma is coming back your way. Now, I don't know if you believe in God or I think no, you a Muslim,
believe
right?
in God. I'm Christian.
Yeah, okay. It is. Bumblebee. Now, you know,
I'm independent.
Blessings don't come when you want them. They come when you most need them. So, I mean, if you put in positive energy out there, it's going to come back to you.
Right. And that's why it's like you'll have positive karma on your side and consequences, because the consequences of, you know, your good consequences will be all of the pro-social activities that you do, all of those things. Those will come back as good consequences, and then you have that extra backup with the good karma coming of all of the good things that you're putting out into the world now, all of the positive things that you're putting out into the world now.
The consequence of the pro-social activity is the skill.
Full scale.
Right? So you go to those programs like life skills. When you go to life skills, you learn life skills. You learn skills that you can use in conflict management, communication, active listening.
Break? It's like,
those are all skills. Yeah, we can break. Ack, you got you want to dub back?
Finish one more. I can call back for sure.
For sure. I'm enjoying this. This has been fun. I'm really enjoying the time. So what are 60 seconds left? Let's see if we can find some positive. Let's end it with some motivation. Here you go. It's a great one. Let's see. Let's see what you got to say about it.
They're going to hang up.
You hear it. Motivation Monday. We turning up.
Need that motivation.
For real.
Need that
for sure.
Every day.